I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I can tell you that the intentions were all good. And for the first time in my life, I dedicate a lot of my energy to something that was beyond my ego, you know.
That was Gianni. He once had a house, a car, and a stable job. And then he gave it all up to go to Costa Rica. I decided to meet him to find out why.
I dedicate this project to two things. Natural building, and the other one is the indigenous communities.
He's built this all by hand. You know, he hasn't had much help. Yeah, this is where I stay. Gianni built everything, yeah. I think he used to live in here a while ago, but he's moved back to his other spot.
While we all fight to create something permanent, to leave a mark on this world, Gianni loves the idea that when he dies, his house and his cafe will be kicked down and nature will take over once again. He wants to leave a different kind of legacy.
Try to look for some flowers. That's way smaller. It's a very tricky plant. It does a couple of things. It's super tricky. It makes the leaves so the monkey they don't eat it.
Oh.
It make it look red, so it seems like it's bad. If you look at a dry leaf, it looks similar to this.
Gianni learned about natural building from the Ngobe community. They also taught him about plants and their medicinal uses. As he got to know the indigenous community, they explained that child labour and greed have made their work nearly worthless, forcing new generations to abandon their communities and forget their traditions. Gianni decided to ask the Ngobe community to become his providers for cocoa beans, and he decided to pay them 300% more than normal so that they can return to their land and make a real living. At the Indigena Cafe, those beans are used to make chocolate by hand, which is sold to tourists and visitors.
I want to really have a good impact on the indigenous community, and slowly we are doing it. Since we pay the cacao a very high price, let's say, now more farmers are going back to the garden, and the artists are making more craft because we help them to sell. So this is probably the biggest impact we have. Hopefully we're going to have more projects to come. This part is called tempering. As soon as it's cold, chocolate wanna tend to set and crystallize. We prevent that from happening by stirring until it gets down to the right temperature. Once it's done, I can pour it in the chocolate molds like this.
Everything here is made from scratch, including the desserts and the pottery they're served on. It's not easy to make a difference, but Gianni hopes to inspire other people to choose altruistic lifestyles.
You know, there are days that I'm working 14 hours a day. I'm like, I don't want to do this now. But then, you know, I think, okay, how can I help more the indigenous friends? And this is the best way I can. So it will give me strength. I would suggest it to everyone. If you can have something beyond your person, you're gonna tap to a strength that you didn't think you had.
In a world that teaches us that chasing wealth by exploiting others is normal, Gianni showed me that there's another way, that tourism can be generous, just like it is at the Indigena Cafe.
Nowadays it's very easy to just go with what society do and not do the right thing. When I see people that they walk in this place and they walk away with something that can make them probably do the right thing, that's makes me really happy. It's very satisfying. Reels mi fa. È vero che fai delle reels, fai, eh?
Gianni's story isn't over. Traditional skills are disappearing as young Indigenous children are forced to seek work outside of their communities. That is why he has decided to build a school that will allow elders to pass down their knowledge to the next generation.